Hello and welcome to another episode of the Z and Z Show. My name is Z.
And I am Zed.
There we go. And today, what are we talking about?
We are talking about 3D printing for holidays. We were trying to figure out what to do for today's episode. We were thinking about just talking about what we were printing for Easter, but we want to make this something that's informational and worthwhile any time of the year. So we decided to talk about 3D printing for holidays.
Awesome.
If you are joining us live, there is a giveaway. And also, we would love your keep on chatting and keep on, and everything in chat. If you are joining us later on YouTube after I've edited the video, then please leave a comment and leave comments and let us know what you're thinking and what your thoughts are on the topic.
Make sure to like and subscribe if you're watching in the past, and if you want to catch these live, there will be a link
future.
to. If you want to watch these live in the future, if you want to watch it live now, but you're watching YouTube VOD, it's probably not live, but it could be live. So check down in the description for the link. We're currently on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/ZombieHedgehog, but these VODs are going to be reposted to MakerDeck's YouTube channel. So, yeah, holiday prints. I did dig out a bunch of prints, and it wasn't too hard. All right, so we're streaming on Twitch, and we got a raid, BC to 3D. Thank you for the raid.
Thank you, BC and Royal Nomi.
What were you streaming today?
Here, actually, I can tell you what they were streaming because I was watching. Royal Nomi was doing a lot of shout outs, and we will do
shout out Sunday.
Shout out. Yeah. Well, she did shout outs
Monday?
today. Yep. She did shout outs today, and she was going through their Discord where people had various types of show and tell, encouraging people to stay active and do all sorts of things on their Discord and share their birthdays, share their makes and models. Yeah. So the topic, thank you for the raid and certainly, welcome in everyone. We will, when this is on YouTube, we'll aim to have all the links. But actually, some of the best ways to find the links of what we're sharing is to look at our collections on printables. I think you can access people's lists and things on Thangs and other sites too. But for the most part, printables is where I have most of my stuff organized. That doesn't mean that everything is there, because I certainly know there's a lot on Thangs and other sites too.
Yes, lots of stuff. In fact, I like to use Thangs to search for everything because it pulls from all the different sites. So it searches on printables, Thingiverse, and other websites. So it's a nice way to get just a bunch of different models. But a lot of my primary collections are on printables. I like the way that they organize stuff. And I think I actually have a couple of dedicated holiday ones. So when it's holiday time and I see one, I'll add it to that collection. I haven't done a great job for Easter or Valentine's Day or any of the holidays. But Liz, check out Liz's because hers is good.
Yeah, for Easter I have 62 models and counting. So, I mean, that's just as an example. And I've got some of my Easter things here. But I guess...
2 models, wow.
62 are there, I think.
Like 2 models, the SSP Perillo and Easter Basket.
So there's a couple things that you can do when you want to. Okay, I'm going to show you the aftermath of 3D printing for holidays. I think my very first holiday for 3D printing last year would have been St. Patrick's Day. And I had a shamrock garland. And of course, the updated version was shared this year, the Shamrock Garland, designed by Fix'em Dude. Pretty much if there's a holiday, Fix'em Dude is going to design a garland now, just for me. That's how you do it. You encourage someone to to make new models. So I'm going to show you a couple things right now. One is how I organize after the holiday. So I have Ziploc bags, and I basically put in all the different models from that season. So in here I have all sorts of things, including the Darth Vader, gingerbread, also some Bugman Christmas. Actually, that's 3D Allison's Christmas tree, Bugman's Christmas tree, all sorts of things. I have. This is just a very small Christmas bag for the fall. Fix-em Dude festive garland, and I also have a whole Halloween thing with the Batty Over Halloween design and just different Halloween things. So those I'll bring out. Oh, this is Valentine's Day and Halloween mixed together too. Halloween, there's a lot. And of course, for this year, for Easter, I've got all kinds of things. So the first thing I have is Fix-em Dude's Hoppy Easter sign, which is a print-in-place, really fun. So you print it with all the different layers. It's really, really fun. So there's a Hoppy Easter sign. And I've shared a bunch of these other models, but one that's new this week is Fat Boy 1271 has an Easter egg. So it's hollow. And I did it in all different co-extrusions and in different sizes. See, smaller. This is the Sparta pink, yellow. And Bugman did a really fun Easter egg, which is an American football. And I had orange going, and so I did it in sort of Chicago Bears colors. The Bears. And yeah, I couldn't remember if there's any team in Canada. Well, that's an American football. And then the other thing, I don't think Fix-em Dude has released this yet, but this says hanging with my peeps.
Oh my god.
So it's a garland. So it can go this way or it can go sideways, but this
I like the vertical.
Yeah.
That's actually kind of cool.
His chains are really cool. I love the way his chains work. So yes, Fix-em Dude needs to release this model like immediately.
Wow, that's so much better than the Flexi one.
We love the Flexi Peep.
Yes,
the Flexi Peep is here. Actually, this is a prototype. This is one where like one ear would go down.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. And then
I just do that by myself.
Then of course, for those who don't like peeps, there's zombie peeps. Or people who don't like zombie. Or people who like zombies. I don't know. Yeah, we've shown a lot of the and then of course, yeah, there's the Flexi Peeps for the traditional one. But of course, I did 2 colors. But yeah, Fix-em Dude should be releasing this hanging with my peeps sign soon. I know he designed it for he designed it for his wife, and we should wish Fix-em Gal a happy birthday. Fix-em Gal's birthday is sometime this week. So.
Happy birthday.
Okay, that's enough.
Okay. That's it.
Anyway, so that's just some of my Easter stuff. So I guess what are you doing? What did you do for holidays? Or well, what have
we'll talk
you
about Easter because that
holidays?
is the current one. I had printed this as a test. It didn't come out quite as nice as I would like it. Had some major layer lines and some stuff, but it's a neat little basket, and you can find a couple of baskets. For what they are kind of filament intensive, so maybe I wouldn't recommend printing out depends how long you're going to use it for, and this is something we'll talk about, the difference between a holiday specific model or more of a general seasonal model. So this, I don't know, this is kind of seasonal. There's nothing, Easter itself is kind of the whole spring season. It can be. So I kind of like that, and that could be displayed. Put some eggs in it. I printed out some of the different little half 2-section eggs So these are bunnies or cats, cat bunnies, cats. They come apart in 2 pieces.
They're kitties.
They're kitties. I like to print
They're
off
kitty eggs.
containers and then never store anything in them. That's my favorite collection, my favorite hobby.
Oh, but those are cute.
They're very cute.
Did you know that Royal Nomi and BC on their Discord, they actually have a contest for things that you hide things in? So you could certainly, you could certainly add to that.
Wow, I know someone who'd be good at that. I got.
I like containers.
This right here. This is one of them that kind of wiggles. It's a spring on the bottom. So this was printed in actually lightweight PLA as a test. Kind of an interesting print. Put it in the basket of eggs. Oh, I got another one right here in pink. Here, my egg basket's already filling right up.
Yeah, my Easter basket is pretty full. Oh yeah, we've got pick some dudes. We showed this last week though, and he did do a solid bunny now too.
Oh yeah, the bunnies. Oh my god. Yeah, I got the headless bunny.
The capless bunny. Yeah.
This is a nice model that you can use it for Easter. You can also use it for any time of the year. And that is definitely something that when I look at a model and say, okay, am I going to print this literally just for one day? Or am I going to print it and it's going to be useful around the world? Around the
world? Year round.
No, around the world. Like, can I bring it to other places and use it?
Sure you can.
Probably.
Absolutely. Yeah, so that's something that we need to talk about because we're printing all these decorations. I mean, my criteria right now is, are they going to fit in a Ziploc bag that goes in the container? That's my seasonal decoration container right now. There are other times of the year where, well, actually, I'll probably, that's the other thing. If you're going somewhere for Easter dinner or whatever you do, are you going to bring some of these things with you? Are you going to share them? Are you going to tuck them in an Easter basket? So what you need to think, I don't know, we care about the environment enough. You're from Maine. I mean, whatever.
Once you buy a spool, it's yours. Doesn't matter what you print on it. You bought the spool already.
Yeah. But you want to think, if you're giving this to someone, is it something that's going to end up in their holiday Ziploc bag? Are they going to bring it out every year? Is it a one-off thing? Is it going to get tossed? And I think that's definitely something to consider when it comes to holidays. Gosh, you could bring someone a whole bouquet of tulips or roses too. Don't forget about that.
Yep.
There's all sorts of things that you can do, but when it comes to seasonal prints, are they a one-off, or is it something that someone's going to treasure? So I think you should think about that when you're giving something as a gift. What type of person it is and their personality, and if it's just going to be a desk collector.
It's this whole stream is hard for me, or this topic today, is because I give away most of my holiday prints. I don't keep them. I have some that I like and some of the things that I use, but I don't keep them. I give them away as gifts. And that's a whole part of 3D printing, is just printing. I like printing when I actually print. I like the process of printing, but I don't necessarily need every single thing that comes off the printer. So if I'm going to print something, I make sure that at least somebody is going to like it. So for example, I really like this one over here. If I can find it.
He really likes it, though.
I love it. I love it.
You can find it.
It's hiding. I just had it like 2 seconds ago.
Welcome to Z and Z, when
we can't find anything, we drop half the stuff.
Or we can't find things, we drop things. Is it yellow? Yeah, there's the question.
Yellow. Nope. It's the heart container.
Oh.
Where? Set in frame. You can show yours off.
Where's mine?
Where's mine? Oh my god.
We can't find our heart containers. We can't find our hearts.
There is no love.
Well, I can show a different container.
Sure.
But yeah, I don't have that. The heart container is nearby, but it's like across the room, and I'm not going to get up. There's two containers. One is the one that Pink designed. She has not put up on printables yet. And then there's other containers like 3D Printies mini container that I showed last week. Anyway.
Yeah. So stuff like this, stuff that's a container
There
that you can
go.
customize it to the specific holiday, but then you can also use it as storage. So we wrote Valentine's and we put them in there. It was kind of fun. But containers and other things that could be given as a gift, not even personalized. You can just give the base thing that's useful all year long, but maybe you can give a gift in a 3D printing container. That's really neat. Around the holidays, actually, there is a gift box that's universal. You can have it any time of year. So you can print your own box, and that right there is a gift. Something that you'll actually be able to use or put on your desk or re-gift. So stuff like that's really cool.
Yeah. For example, if I was going to gift someone a soldering iron, I might also include a soldering iron station. And
that's a great idea. Printing out accessories for the gift you're giving them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. For the Gridfinity version too. There's two versions for the soldering station now. But yeah, if you're going to give this, and you would give them the whole kit and caboodle, and it's personalized. It's a personalized way to give something. Another thing you could do, preparing for birthdays and various holidays, is take a look at what someone might need and either find something that's already been designed or design something for them. So a lot of people might have, I don't know, if you have a nail tech, you go and get your nails done, check and see what they have around their station. And if they don't have, if they keep on going to take an art brush for nail art. Yeah. Or if you see they have a whole bunch of clutter, you could actually build them a station. If you have a hairdresser that you go to, where does she keep her scissors? There's all sorts of things that you could do to be thoughtful in the gift giving process. So that's for various holidays, birthdays, or Mother's Day, Father's Day, and of course Christmas and Hanukkah and all those things. So that's another thing to think about. Another thing is to prepare. Now, one problem I had
preparing
exactly. One problem that I actually had going into Easter is that I ran out of my Polymaker Purple Lavender, which is my favorite color, which is an Easter color. It's not available in Canada. And if I had thought ahead of time, maybe I could have found something as an alternative. But, now my peeps that I wanted to have, in purple is it's
like
not
this.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not to be found. So when you're thinking ahead of the holidays, I know that some people are probably going to start printing for Christmas soon. Believe it or not, someone like Kieran, who's on MakerDeck, he gives away the clock spring bauble ornaments. So he actually gets started in June or July. So he has a stockpile, and then that's what he gives as gifts. So you want to make sure, as Royal Nomi is saying, you want to make sure you have enough filament in the colors that you use and the adhesive to put prints together. So you want to make sure that you have that. You definitely have that in stock and in good stock ahead of your season. Now, last year we also had something happen that we have to think about, and that's Toys for Tots. So if you're going to be printing for Toys for Tots, usually the go ahead starts the first of November. So that's when you get all the models and everything, and you have to print that whole month. There's some things you can print ahead of time, but you have to print that whole month. And so that will also cut into your holiday planning. So if you plan ahead, and as soon as you're finished, it, like I said, some people start in the summer. You might want to start in the summer, especially for bigger projects.
That's definitely catch-22 though, because a lot of model designers release new models for Christmas, for the season upcoming, and a lot of people like to have the latest and greatest. But if you're giving something as a gift, you don't necessarily need... The person who's getting a gift is not going to know that this was just developed. You can go and find a model on Thingiverse in 2016, and it's still just as cool as any of the models out here.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, as Gourmet Crepe says, Ernie is way ahead for Toys for Tots, but he decided that's what he's doing. Yeah, so definitely when you start saving your collections, do it. If you see something that looks interesting for a gift, add it to a gifts. And then if you see something that is for the holidays, get it in there and start thinking about it. I think it's never too early to plan, for sure.
Nope. And if you have a spare printer right now,
break.
I know. If you have a spare printer, print some gifts. So, what I like looking for gifts, I like to look at the contest on printables. Those are pretty inspiring. So, like, what the most people are interested in, the people that vote to the highest, see what's on the highest downloaded, the most liked, the most viewed, etc. That's a good indicator of if the general population likes something. If people download it, they didn't really like it. For example, I think this guy right here, not necessarily a holiday print, but this is on top of printables right now.
And I am printing a bunch of them.
It's a great gift. I don't think it's really a holiday thing. What if you print this in a holiday color? That's a good discussion. What happens if I take this and then print it in Easter colors? Is it now an Easter gift because it's in a specific Easter color?
Could be. But if you did it red and green, it would just, it would be a T-Rex.
Yeah,
different colors. Is this a Halloween one?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can customize it in your slicer, remix it if it's remixable to be holiday centric. I mean, take a look at 3D Printy Snowman. I mean, come on, how much more can you milk that? You got the Christmas version, you have the Valentine's Day version. I think you even have.
You could say that's a design that snowballed.
Do you have a Halloween version, or was that out after that?
No, he's going to be doing it for every season.
Right.
So there was a Valentine's one. I think there was a St. Patrick's. Did you just get my joke? Or no,
yes.
You didn't get my joke. Yeah.
No.
Okay. And so that he's maybe he may do 4th of July. That's possible. He should do Canada Day. Because I mean it's a snowman. It's Canada.
Thank you for printing mine.
Talking about Day of the Dead. Dia dos Muertos or Cinco de Mayo. Yeah, every month there could be something. You could also 3D printing. Since you're here, I think you should do a birthday version. A birthday hat.
That's genius. You can actually bring that to a birthday party.
Yeah, here's your birthday snowman. But definitely, if people have the snowman on display year round, he could have a birthday hat for birthday times. So there you go. See, we're just giving you ideas.
You gotta have the inflatable pool thing, the float. You gotta have that.
A bikini.
A bikini. Yep. Sure.
A sun hat.
All the accessories. It's like we're gonna turn 3D Printy's snowman into just like a Barbie doll.
Yeah, that's the plan, is it not?
I guess so.
One for every season.
Well, speaking of something different, I like the pumpkin because it's kind of a fidget toy because it's part of the Twist Lock series. So you can just play around with it and it just works. But this design comes in a bunch of different storage containers. Why don't we just have 3D Printy on? Because he literally designed stuff for seasonal.
I think we need to do a 3D Printy show.
We do.
So, are you up for it sometime? to do a Z
Yeah,
and Z,
do it.
and yeah, I think we should.
That's one of the first things I printed. I like most of this stuff.
He said he's going to add bunny ears to the pumpkin.
Oh yeah, just do all the things.
Yeah, see, Bob says get in there, Joe. So there you go. Bob says.
We'll have Bob on one day to talk about Prusa. That'd be fun.
Bob could talk about batteries too. Bob could talk about many things, actually. He could probably tell us a couple things. We do have a haha sure. So there's our commitment from 3D Printing.
Awesome.
So he's going to be on a Z and Z.
We're kind of skipping around because holidays are all throughout the year, and there's no really one thing that you have to print for a specific holiday, right? One thing I like, so I was kind of looking at this one and trying to classify it. So this is Gulsifer's bunny, right? It's not specifically a specific season, but I can classify this as a spring model. I can classify it as just a plain model. So depending on how you classify something and how specific it is, like think of these heart bears. Is this a Valentine's Day model? Because the bear with a heart? Or is it kind of like a, hey, I love you, here's a model?
Depends on who you're giving it to. Exactly.
Depends on who you're giving it to. But yeah, a lot of these models can be used in different applications. So don't just think of something, if it's titled Valentine's Day gift, you can use it for other things or give it to other people.
Zach Rutledge says, why do we have to put labels on things?
Because unfortunately, when you put stuff on the internet, in order to search for what you need, you have to label it.
That's true.
And in order to get the most clicks, it has to be the most clickable. So it has
do you know what gift is year round?
Yes. Proper filament storage is definitely a great gift.
Exactly. It's a great
so if you have
gift year round.
Someone who 3D prints, that's like the worst gift because they can just print it in like 5 seconds.
No, you pre-equip them.
Pre-equip them?
Yeah, pre-equip them with 3D
gotcha.
with K2 clips.
Yeah, actually,
K2 clips need bunny ears. There you go.
The K2 clip spool holder, hopefully remixed with a proper bearing. That'll be nice.
With a proper bearing? I didn't think
like skateboard bearings, so it spins easier.
It spins fine for me.
Oh no. All right. So we got other things. Let's talk about sales. Selling stuff for the holidays. That's a pretty good one. These things, not this specifically, but something that kind of blew up. It's blowing up my camera. Wow, it glows apparently. So, ghosts. Not this specific ghosts, but the other style with the feet, like the bunny. Stuff like this was a very good seller over the holidays. And it kind of blew up like, oh my god, I could buy a printer and then sell these models and people would buy them. Everyone would buy them. And apparently a lot of people made a lot of money just selling basic models like that.
Yeah, exactly. The ghosts, and then someone did Christmas trees too, but the ghosts with the little sneakers, people went crazy. And I think even I think some of our model designers in chat, they had people approach them and say, can I print Kevin had someone ask, can I print your Peeps and sell them? Because Peeps are sort of licensed, he said no, because they're not for commercial use. But someone like Fix'em Dude, of course, he could probably make arrangements with someone if they had one of his models, or, if someone wanted to start printing something like this. Yeah. So.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And if you're going to sell something, make sure to check the license. Make sure to check that you don't actually have to pay for the model. So, for example, like you were saying, those T-Rex things, they're free, but you have to actually sign up for a specific patron license in order to sell them. But people are still going to just download models and sell them, unfortunately. So check and make sure that the model is available to be sold and or you'll have to buy a license to sell them. Even if you buy a model, it does not give you the right to sell it. So, triple, quadruple check. But yeah, the ghosts. So that was a good seller. When do you start printing and when do you start marketing for the holidays? So what do you guys think in chat? When do you think is a good time? A month before the holiday? Look at the commercial stores. They're probably already planning for the 4th of July in the US. Like, they are way ahead of the holidays.
Yeah, like I said, a lot of people will start very soon. So depending on what it is that you are printing, if you're selling it or gifting it, and also the amount of time it takes, then you definitely need to plan ahead. If you're going to be doing some clock spring things, I mean, they take, even on the fastest printers, they can take up to 10 hours just to get the detail and do things like that. So yeah, I think you need to have a schedule set so you know when you're going to do stuff.
And only
and also
that, but
yeah.
Filament. You have to get your filament ahead of time. Unfortunately, this pack just arrived, I think, a week ago or 2 weeks ago, and that doesn't give enough time to people who market it for commercial use. Only people who just want to buy something printed themselves. So kind of keep an eye on what colors you might want to get. If it's a brand that doesn't consistently keep their stock, you might want to buy it ahead of time. So look forward a couple seasons and then stock up on the colors you might want, especially if it's a fun color like a galaxy or
a co-extrusion.
Co-extrusion, something fancy that might sell out because it's a limited batch.
Yeah, for example, I have, I think, enough maybe to do one more ornament of my green red co-extrusion. I did a lot of roses with it, and a bunch of my stars last year. So yeah, it's now's the time to sort of say, okay, what's available now and what might sell out.
Yep, absolutely.
And then there will be holiday packs. Different companies come up with different deals. I know Polymaker has their Easter pack, and pardon me, they're planning a few others, but that's one. Definitely. Oh yeah, and I have one. I have the holiday too. So you might get a good deal on something like that after that time of year too.
Maybe, or the price might go up. So let's see. We've discussed printing stuff for different holidays, what prints would last not just for the holiday but maybe all year long, gifts that are good, or prints that are good as gifts, stuff you can sell, what colors to buy. That's a good question. Okay, so what color filament do you buy?
Well, one thing that I've discovered for every single holiday is that you actually need to have a lot of the primary colors, because those are the things that are going to help with all the base and even on some things the accent colors. So if you're doing candy canes, you definitely want white. If you're doing ghosts, you want white. You want black for bats. You want, make sure that you have your primary colors and have them in stock. And then you're going to jump into things like orange. And depending on the time of year, they might actually run out of orange filament for around Halloween and Thanksgiving. So you want to make sure that you have that ahead of time and know what you're working with.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of people are going to want to buy colors that are really good for one season. Think about things like pink, right? When's the last time you printed out a pink model that wasn't specifically for Valentine's Day? Yes, you can. You can.
Easter,
but
too,
not
but
multicolors.
Yes.
Let's say you can only get a couple of colors, right?
Yeah.
Let's say you can get 5 colors. Is pink on your top priority list? No, it really isn't. Okay, so people in chat they print pink, sure, but the general person who only has like this amount of filament, which seems fine. So do you get a rainbow? Do you get black and white and like a blue, a green, or do you get something very fancy, something very specific like Sparta's burnt titanium? That's a very specific color that would work for a lot of different things, but maybe not for a specific holiday. So yeah, what colors do you think work well for pretty much any holiday that you can just buy and keep?
Well, red is definitely one that carries you through.
Yep.
Yeah,
red?
Go with the.
Wow,
I think
red.
the primary the primary colors, but red. You've got Valentine's Day. You've got Cinco de Mayo if you want. You could use it for Easter. Definitely Canada Day, 4th of July. You could do it for what else? Back to school.
School. Lots of
Thanksgiving. And then of course, yeah, you can use it for Christmas. So red.
Okay,
I guess you need to have red.
Wow. Red.
Not dark red.
Black, white, and yeah, the standard colors. What about blue? Do you think blue is universal all year long as much as the other colors? Or maybe a green?
I think it's blue, green, red, yellow. Yeah, get your primary colors and then work from there.
Green. Green's a great color because you can use it for stems. So you can use it for
trees.
The whole entire spring season. Lots of accent colors. And that's the thing about colors is that you don't have to print out models in the same color. You can do layer swaps. So look at your wall behind. Look at the wall behind Liz. All of those, most of those are color swaps.
Yeah.
And they're all just a couple of colors, but just combining different ones makes them look so much better than just the same color.
Yeah, everything pops when you do color swaps.
Wow. Is that your catchphrase now? Zed.
Here we go.
Everything pops when you do color swaps.
There we go. Bump. Trademark.
Put that on a t-shirt.
Yep. I should write it on this t-shirt right now so I remember.
Speaking of t-shirts, if you want to pick up some MakerDeck merch, you can get something like the MakerDeck on
Vice
Twitch shirt. That's a really good one. And you can get them in nice colors over on, was it Redbubble? Pretty nice store. They have all kinds of things like that clock.
MakerDeck.store.
Oh, nice. We haven't done the merch in a while. I didn't buy more. Like, it's been a long time. Some of my shirts that I've been wearing for almost a year are starting to... I wear them, like, all the time. So they're starting to wear out. So I gotta replace them.
I need to get new shirts, too. All of mine are nightgowns. So, it's all good. Yeah, so... What else? What are other things that you would consider thinking about when printing for holidays?
Okay.
And then we'll get into,
would you want to leave it out all year long? So think about something like this tree. I forget the designer. It starts with an I. But something like this tree. This can be useful throughout the whole entire kind of like, I don't know, every season, right? It's a tree. Sure, it's an evergreen, but I mean, look at Washington. This is what the trees look like all year long. So stuff that you can print for a specific holiday, maybe even stuff with attachments. So like that was a Christmas tree, and it has little things you put on it. But you can take them out, and now you have a tree that you can display behind you.
Especially since you live in Maine, you're one with nature.
I like trees, yes. Ironically, I'm printing plastic, but I like trees. I do. So printing stuff that you can display year long. What are some good models for that, chat? What do you think? Something that you'd want to print out and just leave. Okay.
Definitely the flowers. The flowers. My little containers can go,
background.
I'm just going to go show everything. I didn't touch anything.
People
So
forget to drop. If you're looking at the background, let us know you like it if you like that. We get the Plinko game and drop game. I'll see what other games I can add too.
Apologies to everyone who's watching this after, because this is a fun show.
This is fun, right? We like having fun. Are you having fun? Let us know.
Year-round Millennium Falcon card kits or kit cards.
Is that a holiday?
Well, I'm just going to grab mine. I'm going to show you. So
okay.
Give me 1 second. I'm going to mute myself. Actually, I'm going to remove myself.
Oh, hello there. I think I ran through all of my major models, specifically for holidays. We're talking about holiday themed stuff that you might want to print for a specific time. Like, again, Easter is coming, so you might want to print eggs. Eggs. You can print fun eggs like these guys right here. You can print the 2-part eggs that come apart. I'm actually going to be printing out a bunch for my own little Easter egg hunt in kind of bright colors that'll go outside. So like, what are they called? Pastels. A lot of pastel colors, probably a bunch from here. Yellow. Where do you find that basket? It should be on my printables collection. Let me see if I can find it.
Yes.
Yeah, I literally have 2 items in my Easter collection, so I'll link that in the chat for you. And all of the models shown, or at least most of them, will be linked down below. Otherwise, most of my stuff is on printables.
So this is a project that I'm working on for my living room design. So I am going to have, these are Fix 'em Dude Millennium Falcons, which are not put together. It is not they are the kit cards. But I have done them in all sorts of co-extruded colors. Oh, there's a sovereign. That's
a lot
again,
of kit cards.
Purple gold. Yeah. So I think I'm probably going to end up with. I'm probably going to do 12. And so the way I'm going to do is have them grouped and put them on the wall as art. So
nice.
Like, this is something that I could give to someone as a gift. You could take something like this and frame it, especially his with Fix 'em Dude's models. Just look how it picks up the colors in the co-extrusion. Like, it's just incredible.
The frosted gingerbread house for Thanksgiving, that was a hit. Was it Thanksgiving or Christmas? One of those that time of year. I think it was. Was it for Christmas? I don't know. I printed it out. That was a hit because it was a kit card. You got to print it as a kit right out front of the person, and they got to assemble it.
And so yeah, these also make great gifts because you can put it in an envelope and send it. I actually have some Easter ones from last year in my Easter bag, where it was like a bunny that went together. So the tree was by IR Blinks.
IR Blinks, yes.
Yeah.
There you go. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. And then we were talking about, for example, this is a clock spring, which takes about 10 hours to print, but you could customize it in the colors for someone that you're making it for, and fill it with ginger chews, for example, and that makes a great gift. But again, this is planning ahead with the colors, with the time of year, how long it's going to take to send to someone, and what your enclosure is. So that's something that you definitely want to think about when it's printing for holidays.
That's a good topic. So, when you're going to plan to print something and it's going to be very specific for a holiday, maybe something that you're not going to have displayed for more than a week, why don't you spend a little bit of extra time, slice it up, and see if it's color change compatible. Spend a couple minutes getting your color swap set up, because the difference between a single color model and a multicolor model, especially the ones that are designed for that, it is so much nicer. And you could take any model and do a color swap. You just pause your print halfway through and switch the colors.
Yeah, well, this is something that K2 did with the Toys for Tots. So these were sort of Chicago Blackhawks colors for the penguin.
Wow.
Yeah. So I mean, look at the fine line there. And then, like I said, today I was just having fun because I started with orange filament. So I did for the football. It's the
that's really nice.
It's the Bears.
Yeah.
So it's a football egg, but it's in the color of a team. So I'll probably do one for the Winnipeg Blue Bombers for my brother-in-law, or whatever team you guys like. I could do the Alouettes. Oh, I'm naming teams that people don't know. Go sports teams, exactly. Flyers
go
colors, exactly. Yeah, go Timbits. That would be brown and yellow. So normally, yeah. So have fun with it, and yeah, you can plan for things like that. Add a little pizzazz, add some color to things. And don't look at texts from Krusty when you're streaming. Yeah.
Fun. We need to do a drop in the stream to get the background staying.
All right.
But what else do we have? What do you guys think is a good recommendation for someone looking to print stuff for the holidays? Now's a good time to...
All holidays.
Yes. All holidays. Any holiday.
Captain America. You could certainly print flags. Well, for 4th of July, patriotism things. Yeah, we're really doing great today. Buy another printer so you can print more, for sure.
That is actually a great recommendation. If you're going to be printing stuff for the holidays, chances are you're only going to use your 3D printer when you're going to want to make gifts. And guess what? If you're making gifts for people around a holiday, you're going to need more capacity than one printer. Especially if you don't plan like me and you get filament and then you have, it's a week or less than a week until I have to visit people. You're going to want to have multiple printers in order to get the stuff printed, maybe reprint stuff for failures, etc. So that's not actually a bad recommendation.
And and 3D Printy said some items are functional, like pumpkin carving tools. So definitely, when there's and if you're Fix-Em Dude, there's a garland for every season. So then you want to get started on your next garland ahead of time.
What else? I mean, so right now I'm trying to print out stuff for Easter, but I'm doing a pretty terrible job of it because well, honestly, during my, this is when I should be printing stuff. Half my printers are not broken, but either dedicated for another task or broken / need repairs that I'd spend time on. So that is an issue, right? It's an issue is not having enough printers functional when you actually need them. So what you're saying earlier is printing stuff ahead of time. Not a bad idea. You can pull the Walmart special, print stuff out 10 months ahead of time and just have them.
Didn't you bring a 3D printer to Thanksgiving?
Yes, I printed off those card kits, and that right there was a gift in itself. I brought over the KP3S Pro because it's a small printer and it works pretty good for what it is. So I brought that, and everyone was amazed. Wow, that's awesome. Can you print me this? And it's a reasonably fast printer, so I was able to make some stuff in, a good amount of time. I was hoping to bring something like a Rook to future events and gatherings. Bring a printer that you can actually print functional stuff. Maybe bring a printer with you, bring your laptop, and say, hey, I can fix that for you. So go to their house and then spend the whole entire time ignoring them, ignore your in-laws, and make them something useful. There you go. That's a good holiday gift.
Yeah. Say, do you need a handle for your Turvis? I can print you a handle for your
doorknobs,
something like that. Luggage tags.
Oh yeah, for traveling. Yeah, a lot of travel stuff. You can print yourself a phone stand if you're going to be flying to someone over the holidays.
My friend Laura wasn't watching. Her husband was. So I was just going to show the purple gold coasters again. So, not that she can't rewatch this or I can't send her a picture or anything, but, There's the purple gold.
Little John says,
this is what you get when you watch live.
Take a printer to weddings in case someone forgets the rings.
You never know. There's actually lots of things that you could end up printing for a wedding.
Oh yeah, if I had that would have saved a couple of things. Oof.
Yeah, cufflinks. Some people have gone, started, and they have to use twist ties or something like that.
Print your own belt and TPU.
There you go. Replacement buttons, as Bob Karn says. So now we're running into the practical. So we've done the decorative, and then we've done, of course, the gifts. I think the biggest thing is when you do it, when it is a gift, make sure that there's the intent that this is going to be something, at least in my opinion, something useful, something that they're going to. If there's someone that does not have tchotchkes in their house, they don't have dust collectors, then don't give them a dust collector, because they're going to feel bad. They're probably going to hold on to it for a little while, and then they're just going to let it go to the wayside.
Yeah.
Actually, one thing that I've done.
Junk. Don't just print stuff.
Yeah, I actually put some of those things. I put some of those things in my garden last year because I thought it was kind of fun. But yeah, think about the type of person when you're printing that kind of stuff. So
when you print something, it might be the coolest thing in the world, but if the person you're gifting something to, just because it's a cool 3D print, does not mean it's going to be useful.
Yeah, make sure it suits their lifestyle. Mm-hmm. If they have a small apartment, if they, if they're not, again, not a tchotchke type person, or they don't like the color purple. I would never give this to Royal Nomi, for example. She does not like purple.
I gave my mom one of these in the dark red, and she loved it. It was like the coolest thing she's seen all day because it's a cute little bunny. But I'm not going to give her the dinosaur. That's not kind of her style. I actually gave one to my kid and has been feeding it with Cheerios.
So now it's a Cheerio holder. Excellent.
Yes, Cheerio holder, functional print.
Yeah, now you can see what how it cleans. Yeah, I'm actually gonna, like I said, I'm gonna print 4 different colors of these and send to my friend. They love dinosaurs, so but this is another thing. But make sure that it's something where maybe the family doesn't like dinosaurs. You never know.
Who doesn't like dinosaurs? Gotta get a new family.
Yeah, true enough.
Yep.
Yeah, so print with intent and not just to show off what you can do.
And speaking of showing off, I think it's just about time to wrap this up and show off the giveaway winner. So
I think so too.
Let's conclude the stream and then jump into that in the post stream. So anything else before we end?
Yes. Save the date. MakerDeck is going to be celebrating its 1 year anniversary, its first birthday. The first birthday is actually April 14th, but we've decided, since there's all sorts of things going on, we're going to do the celebration the weekend of the 29th and 30th of April. So stay tuned for what fun is ahead, but save the date. And of course, we are international, so there'll be all sorts of times that we're going to be doing things live on MakerDeck and likely with our YouTube and other channels. We may even have a special Z and Z that weekend. Who knows? So save the date for that, and be there and help join in on the fun.
Awesome. And of course, we have the Rocky Mountain Rep Rap Fest on the 22nd?
Yeah,
the weekend right before. If you're going to be in the area, if you are planning to be in the area, start planning now. It's going to be an awesome convention. If you're going to be there, say hi. I'll be floating around either at the Polymaker booth or the West 3D booth. So come say hello. I look like this. Hi. I won't look much different while I'm there. And
you're not abnormally tall or anything,
no,
like Nick?
I'm average. I'm your average human being. So yeah, definitely plan that ahead of time. It's gonna be a lot of fun, and there'll be a lot of people from MakerDeck there. So I want to see I want to sign things. I want to be famous and sign things. So bring me your MakerDeck coins. I'll have to print one, and I'll sign it.
All right, and we do have a giveaway, so I shared the wrong link. I shared the link to MakerDeck merch, which is great. It is pinned, but also the giveaway is right here. Aw, hello, Ginger. Ginger's making her appearance for the evening. Mm-hmm. You have a Ginger break.
Yep. All right. Well, this has been a pretty good show. Start printing now. That's kind of the takeaway is you don't have to print the latest and greatest. Just start printing, get a kind of backlog for the holidays, and when the time comes around, look for the latest and greatest. And that being said, my name is Z.
And I am Zed, and you have joined us.
And this has been the Z and Zed Show. All right. Bye.
Bye.
There's a sock in my pants.